The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
Oh shit, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to an all-new episode of the Totally Necessary Wrestling Podcast. I'm your fucking host, Kevin Porter. We're back with an all-new episode. Obviously, it's fucking Friday. You guys are here. I'm here. Let's talk about some professional wrestling, right? I mean, the McMahons are back, guys. Aren't you guys fucking excited? Isn't it like 2000? And you guys are just like, oh my God, Vince McMahon. He's such a good guy. I want to see him on my TV every week. And like, that's what we're getting going week in, week out now, is the McMahon family has returned to relieve all general managers of their fucking spots, dude. Like, what the fuck is, I don't know. I didn't think they were going to take Paige. I did not think they were going to go after Paige. I actually thought Paige has done a pretty fucking good job. I didn't have any complaints about her role on Smackdown, but they feel it's necessary to move forward with this plan, and apparently, us viewers are now the authority. So they're apparently anything we voice our opinion on in regards to it, loudly, I suppose, they're going to be rolling with, which Becky Lynch, get prepared. Hopefully they've learned their lesson, apparently, from Daniel Bryan. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know, dude. It's more the same. I mean, we've seen the McMahons on our TV screens for the better part of 20 fucking years at this point, you know, if not longer, if you count Vince McMahon being the announcer and shit. But we get like that whole McMahon family drama. It started about 20 fucking years ago, and here we are going in 2019, and this is what we get. I gotta be optimistic. I'm not gonna sit here and shit all over it because, you know, again, like the opening segment, for the most part, outside of it going on way too fucking long, I enjoyed the initial, you know, oh, Vince McMahon is out, you know, because you are excited to a point of like what's gonna happen and, you know, whatever. But I mean, just kind of the way it was revealed, it's just like, oh, great. You know, a friend of the podcast, fucking Jack Hennessy, I almost texted him at 8:00 in the morning when I was watching it. Be like, oh boy, hey Jack, your fucking boy Triple H is back and shit. I told him that the other night. But, you know, I mean, again, you know, oh, Stephanie, Triple H, Shane McMahon, okay, cool. You know, and it's what we saw on SmackDown. We saw an appearance from Vince McMahon, so it's like, okay, I guess everybody's got a control across the board. I just, the whole GM role has been just fully taken away, and good for that, I suppose. But, you know, what are we left with? Fucking the McMahons? Do we really even need a fucking, you know, an authority figure? I mean, again, we've been running this damn fucking storyline for how long? Every fucking place every wrestling federation, most wrestling federations, I should say, you know, out there, you know, are wrestling companies. I don't know why the fuck are you calling them federations, dude? What the fuck is this, 1984? I don't know. You know, it's just like they always, that's your go-to. It's like, oh, who's your general manager on your wrestling show? It's just like, I guess we don't need that. Come on, guys, let's evolve. Let's fucking evolve. So we did see Baron Corbin, you know, come out and try to get his job back. Ultimately, that segment just ran on way too fucking long, you know, for my taste. Again, we've established fucking Baron Corbin is the drizzling shits, and I no longer want to see him on my television screen ever again. I think he's fucking garbage. He sucks. Get him the fuck out. So they did give him a shot to try to, you know, gain his job back. He had to take on, I don't even remember, dude. That's how much I fucking cared about it. He had to face off against Kurt Angle, a returning Kurt Angle. But then throughout the match, you know, Triple H came out and announced that it was now a handicap match. I had it Apollo Crews, Bobby Roode, and Chad Gable. So basically, they were just, you know, giving Baron Corbin what he deserved, and just, again, getting his ass kicked after probably one of the most underwhelming general manager runs in the history of WWE, I guess. I don't know, dude. But yeah, so we had a couple, Triple H, Shane McMahon, they all fucking came out and did something. So eventually it's just, again, all the faces, you know, it's more or less a play out of exactly what had happened the night before. It's interesting that Kurt Angle's, you know, is back, and he's, you know, this is where they're slotting him. I know we got WrestleMania season coming up, and I mean, it's not like they probably have anything better. I mean, you know, for him at that point, but, you know, maybe I would assume Kurt Angle's being factored into WrestleManias for some sort of match, or, you know, something of somewhat, you know, which, you know, that's going to be interesting to find out what exactly Kurt Angle's role will be, you know, come April. But that's a long time away, dude. You know, you kind of stop and think about it. It's like, oh, we're almost on the road to WrestleMania. It's like, what the fuck is road to WrestleMania? Like 6 months? Jeez, that's 4 months, you idiot. But nonetheless, so it's January to May, right? Or fucking, I'm sorry. I'm fucking high. I'm tired. I thought, like, I got off work today, and I was like, oh shit, I should do the wrestling podcast like right after work. And then I was like, you know, on a totally wrestling related subject, not to, you know, drown on about my fucking life or anything. I fucking, my birthday was a couple weeks ago, and my sister-in-law had bought me a fucking, you know, something for my birthday. And I knew she'd made mention, oh, I forgot your present, like, when we had, you know, last time I'd seen her. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, you know. And I kind of just, like, had forgotten about it. And then, like, yesterday, I was actually, or it was, like 3 days ago at this point, I actually thought about it. I was, like, telling Jory, I was like, hey, Jory, you know, didn't your Aunt Jamie say that she was going to fucking give me a birthday present and shit? Because me and him had the same birthday, and he'd already gotten his birthday present and shit. And I was like, oh, whatever, I'll ask your mom or whatever. And then I was at open mic here on Tuesday and shit, and I get a text message from my fucking wife basically saying, hey, I forgot that you had a birthday present, and I've had it for 2 weeks, and it's on your side of the bed when you get home from fucking open mic. And so I was like, oh, cool, at least I have something to fucking look forward to. So I went home and I fucking opened it, dude, and guess what? It's WWE 2K19, dude. I didn't get last year's version because I don't know. I'm very fortunate in the sense that my family likes to buy me the new Madden or the new fucking WWE games for my birthday. So pretty much all I ever have to end up spending out of pocket is just the downloadable content and all that shit. Because I'm too lazy to fucking play through it, guys. I'll level with you guys. I have very little fucking time to play video games as is. I wish I had all this time to be, unlock this, unlock that. But, dude, the way my life is, dude, I'm fucking going as soon as I get up, dude. So I pay the extra money just to unlock everything, just so I can go in there and, have the matches that I want when I do go up there and play, WWE 2K, dude. So I just tonight, the reason I didn't record the podcast right away is because, again, obviously I don't have internet out here. So I went to Jessica's work, or their place of business or whatever, and I was able to hook my shit up to their internet and boom, onto a TV, and I downloaded all my shit, hung out with her while she did her work, and boom, here we go. I got 2K19 to play after I get done with this fucking podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty excited. It's already fucking like 9:37 at night recording this, but like I don't give a shit. I'm gonna stay up a little bit. I gotta get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, but fuck it. Let's play some fucking video games tonight, guys. So that means I have to get through this fucking week of professional wrestling, man. So yeah, okay. So Baron Corbin, guys, fucking ass kicked. Bada bing, bada boom. Finn Balor took on Dolph Ziggler. Now, guys, I didn't actually get to fucking see this, because this was substantially cut out of the Hulu version this fucking week. Out of all the things to cut out, dude, they had that hour-long fucking gauntlet match. They cut out Finn Balor versus fucking Dolph Ziggler. So basically, these two squared off after the backstage segment that took place the night before at TLC. McIntyre ended up attacking and drawing the disqualification. So after the match, a beatdown ensued that culminated with Drew McIntyre leaving. So Drew McIntyre came in and beat the shit out of them both. So, and yeah, they already announced the triple threat, because I did see the graphic on Hulu that they announced the triple threat for next week. So, I mean, again, we're busting our way through. So I don't really have anything against these guys feuding right now, because again, I like all three of them. So I don't mind it. I think McIntyre needs to be, I don't know. I like Balor too, and he just fucking won the night before. So I don't know. We'll see what happens next week, guys. We'll see what happens. We got Dean Ambrose in a promo for the Intercontinental Championship, and basically he was trying to get Seth Rollins to come out. Ultimately, Seth Rollins didn't come out, And then he gave an open challenge. Tyler Breeze capping off on his NXT appearance here the week prior, answering an open challenge against Ricochet. Here we are seeing him on the main event. Not the main event, but, Raw being the main show. Like, oh shit, we see Tyler Breeze every week on main event, Kevin Porter. What are you talking about? So, the match was what it was. I don't think it was like anything that really stood out or anything of that nature. I know a lot of people keep crapping all over Dean Ambrose. I think I think he's trying his best. I don't know. I like to think that he's putting his best foot forward. Again, Rome isn't built fucking overnight, so it's just he's only a couple weeks into this, and given that, TLC, I know we didn't really get into great detail, but just kind of, after a couple days of fucking thinking about it, but and kind of listening to everybody, it probably wasn't the best idea for them to come out and have a wrestling match. I mean, Jack said it on the fucking podcast, dude. It shouldn't have been a fucking wrestling match. That should have been a fucking blood brawl, dude. And it's just, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, I guess. But, Dean's a new Intercontinental Champion. Him and Seth Rollins definitely are continuing, obviously, because obviously Dean Ambrose got the win over Tyler Breeze. Seth Rollins was one of Dean Ambrose's he did the whole bait and switch thing, came in, and, some little bit of chaos ensued there. So, again, I'm kind of still, I'm not necessarily not entertained by it, but again, it's not nothing overwhelmingly oh, this is fucking awesome. So it's kind of subpar, I would say, in regards to what it is. But again, we'll see what we get here in the next couple weeks. We got Elias smashing Bobby Lashley over the back with a fucking guitar again. I didn't fucking see this shit here. So I didn't see it on Sunday. I didn't see it on Monday. So let's just call it good, guys. I'm probably for the better of not seeing that shit. Again, Bobby Lashley and Eli and fucking Elias, dude. Eli Elias, guys. Fucking who cares? Fatal 4-way for the number one contenders match. Again, I didn't fucking see this shit. So who are the number one contenders? The Revival became the number one contenders. They defeated the B Team, AOP, and Lucha House Party. Oh, how the mighty AOP have fallen. I'm okay with seeing the Revival get a tag team title shot. I mean, I guess Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. I mean, if they put the fucking time in that, I mean, they're never gonna fix it. What am I talking about? I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit myself, dude. They're never gonna fucking fix their shit. The Young Bucks are smart as fuck for staying the fuck away from WWE. I'm sorry, but there's no fucking reason to. You see these guys. You see fucking Carl Anderson and fucking Luke Gallows, dude. You see they're not used to their fucking potential, man. And I don't know. Fuck it, I guess. That's what they say. Fuck it. Ronda Rousey addressed her actions at TLC. So this kind of led up to the main ending part of Monday Night Raw here. A lot of people are kind of on Ronda Rousey for, oh, well, she's not a very good actor. And, her mean face, really, you could really tell she's acting, It's well, dude, for one, she's never this is her first year doing professional wrestling, guys. She's learning on the fucking spot on a national fucking stage. So shut the fuck up out there already, all right? She's doing her fucking best, okay? And I think she's doing a pretty fucking good job, dude. So I think eventually she will be turning heel. Going into WrestleMania again, with not knowing exactly what's going to happen. I mean, because you kind of have four main players within this four women. And again, to me, the women right now are the fucking best thing on WWE. Outside of maybe AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, there's nothing really else that I give a fuck about on WWE television, dude. I care about Ronda Rousey. I care about fucking Becky Lynch. Even though I talk shit about her, I care about Charlotte, and I care about fucking Asuka. Those are the four fucking people I fucking care about the most on professional wrestling. And that's going to be your fucking, dude, it better be the main event, dude. If truly we are the authority now, Vince, I'm calling it in, dude. I want Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey in a fucking singles match. In a singles match, motherfucker, okay? And then you could pair off, do the WrestleMania rematch with Asuka and Charlotte, dude. I think that would be pretty fucking cool. But nonetheless, this set up a gauntlet match to determine the number one contenders to the Raw Women's Championship. So, apparently Ronda Rousey will be defending her women's championship next week on the Christmas Eve edition. I didn't watch any of the spoilers. I don't fucking do spoilers, so at least not intentionally. So Natalya wins. I kind of, it was great. I mean, a gauntlet match was fuck it, dude. I didn't want to see a gauntlet match. It's just too long. It was too fucking long. By the end of it, dude, I was fast forwarding through it. I was hoping Sasha Banks was gonna win. At the end, I was really hoping when Bayley was in there. I was like, oh, I hope because Bayley showed that she'd hurt her leg. I was like, I hope they go that Bret Hart route, dude. Dude, Bayley's like Bret Hart to me. I don't know why, but she just reminds me of Bret Hart in a sense of just that sympathetic baby face. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm off on that, but nonetheless, I wanted them to for her just to go the whole way, go to the distance, and then win that title match and, face Ronda Rousey in a, first time ever match. But nope, we're going to see Natalya take on fucking Ronda Rousey next week, which I guess we're finally getting that match, but whatever, dude. We'll watch the match next week and, hopefully it'll be at least a good match. So that was Monday Night Raw, guys. And then we moved into Tuesday Night SmackDown. Shane McMahon kicked off SmackDown by announcing Paige is no longer the general manager of fucking SmackDown. Paige was pretty happy about it. I mean, I don't understand. You're okay, you're gonna be around, but we're just not in this role anymore, because they made note of that. Then the entire locker room, basically clapped for Paige, and it was really kind of weird in a sense. But at the same time, I mean, if you're doing a complete reset, it's not like Paige is a heel. It's not like she's Baron Corbin, so it's not like they can just go out and fucking embarrass her or whatever. But so I guess it's the next best thing is just to fucking let her go nicely. I mean, sorry, Paige, it just isn't working out for us anymore. It's not working for us. We're going to put you in something else. Which, what else are they going to put her with? I mean, I would assume maybe as a manager role or whatever. I mean, that's the only thing that she could do. Unless you're going to put her on commentary. That's a possibility, I suppose. But I don't know, man. I don't know. So that's how we kicked off SmackDown with that bit of news here. We did have the main women, which again, SmackDown's Asuka, Becky Lynch, and fucking Charlotte Flair all kick off the actual in-ring portion of the fucking week on Tuesday. Vince, this basically they were all going back and forth verbally, just talking shit to each other, and this prompted Vince McMahon to come out. And then Vince McMahon basically just oh, you guys just bitched about competition. You guys back of the line, because then apparently now automatic rematch clause no longer exists, which I don't really give a shit about that. That doesn't really make that much of a difference. I mean, yeah, cool. Breaks up the automatic assumption that they're gonna get their rematch. I mean, so I guess that's kind of cool. I'll give them that on that. I don't really mind that too much. I think that's actually kind of cool. But this led to Naomi coming out basically and challenging for a title match. Vince gave it to her. And we saw Asuka taking on Naomi. I thought the match was pretty good. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair fucking sat ringside, observing the situation, the match itself. I thought it was a fun match, so I have nothing really bad to say. It's usually all our bad shit is fronted at the beginning with Raw. Raw just fucking sucks every fucking week. Samoa Joe basically attempted to try to apologize to Jeff Hardy. I thought this was actually a pretty good back and forth, verbally, shit talking segment here. I thought Jeff Hardy, again, he's not necessarily always going to be the best on fucking mic or anything like that, but I thought this was actually probably one of his better promos in a while. One of his better promos. And Samoa Joe is just fucking money, no matter what you put him in. So this is leading to a match next week. Basically, Jeff Hardy was able to finally get a little bit of up and up on fucking Samoa Joe here, and it was, he basically, he caused, he attacked, he got laid out, basically. I'm trying to see exactly what he hit him with, but I don't know. But, it's, I'm looking forward to that match. I'm looking forward to next Tuesday and seeing that match there. We saw The Miz, and basically, I thought it was kind of funny. Vince comes out, he's like, oh, Shane can't play, da-da-da-da-da. I know it's kind of stupid. But I kind of thought it was funny. And if we're going to continue the whole Miz Shane McMahon storyline, I'm okay with this segment. ultimately we see that The Miz teamed up with Mandy Rose to take on R-Truth and Carmella. You know, it is what it is, man. I like Mandy Rose, so I'm becoming a big fan of Mandy Rose week in, week out, seeing her. And, you know, Miz and the Rose ultimately did win. Nothing really bad to say here. I mean, we're progressing that Miz still wants to team with Shane. Something's going to happen eventually, so I'm just going to let this one play out as is. So we did see the Usos taking on Luke Gallows and fucking Carl Anderson, dude. The Usos came out to talk some shit. Got interrupted by the Good Brothers. This was fucking good to see the Good Brothers on fucking, you know, the main card, I suppose. Ultimately, though, I know we've been saying it for a long time. Guess who made the fucking interruption? The Bar was about ready to come out there like, oh, we're going to fucking, you know, cause some shit. And then guess what? Oh, no, it's Sanity, motherfuckers. So finally, Sanity is making their way into the fucking tag team scene. I'm so fucking happy about that. So I don't know what they're going to do, you know, these coming weeks. Well, again, you know, I'm largely between Raw and SmackDown. I'm kind of just taking the wait and see approach for the most part. I'm not necessarily like shitting on too much. I'm glad Baron Corbin's not the fucking general manager anymore. And I think that's probably like the biggest fucking takeaway from that there. So we'll see where everything progresses regarding the tag team scene. Basically, Shinsuke Nakamura will be taking on Rusev, I believe, next week. I believe they announced that for next week. So we had a segment where, you know, Rusev gave his Rusev Day fucking promo. Lana looked fucking hot as she's ever looked. Hot as she's ever fucking looked, dude. She's so fucking pretty. Yeah, so, I mean, not much really here to say. Rusev Day, you know, he's going to win the U.S. Championship on Rusev Day. Like, all right, cool, guys. I don't know much else, like, really is going on at this point. So, the main event was Daniel Bryan teaming up with Andrade Cien Almas, taking on AJ Styles and Mustafa Ali. So, they're they're you know, trying to, you know, incorporate new people that have been on the show for at least, you know, Andrade's been on, you know, for some time at this point. And then Mustafa Ali, obviously, you know, debuting on SmackDown this last week. And apparently Mustafa Ali has been announced as a permanent member of the SmackDown roster, which good for him, dude. I think he looks like a Muslim version of Seth Rollins, but nonetheless, like, I enjoyed the shakeup and seeing him in there. And ultimately, this was a good fucking match. And we saw the Mustafa Ali pinned Daniel Bryan, guys. So if there's anything I can say to go out of your way to go watch on SmackDown this week, or between SmackDown and Raw for that matter, it's the fucking Daniel Bryan fucking Cien Almas taking on Mustafa Ali and fucking AJ Styles, guys. This was a really, really fun fucking match, dude. So it's interesting. I assume that we're going to get a title match down the line. And kind of, you know, I assume we're kind of getting that whole 1-2-3 Kid-esque type push here for Mustafa. But good for him, man. You know, again, I'm going to take that wait and see approach, and we'll see what happens here, especially with WrestleMania coming up, where people, you know, land up on the card and whatnot. Yeah. I mean, again, we're just taking that wait and see approach now, guys. We're moving into WrestleMania. Shit's gonna start falling in regards to the card and stuff for WrestleMania. So we're gonna get a clearer picture as we move forward here in the next couple weeks, especially once we get to the Royal Rumble. Fuck, dude, we got a whole month until the Royal Rumble. That's fucking ridiculous. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and move on over to Ring of Honor for the week. Ring of Honor was a pretty quick watch. I thought the you know, there wasn't a lot really going on. This was pretty much, for the most part, I mean, this was taped prior to Final Battle, so it was kind of, I actually got to give them credit right off the bat before I even get into, like, you know, there's that one point at the beginning where they basically, Ian Riccaboni's like, oh, I'm not going to spoil Final Battle for you. Go check it out for yourself, basically, you know, because this is all pre-recorded prior to that. I like that. I was like, all right, cool. Well, at least you're, you know, doing something for it, because, you know, they're like, oh, the battle Jay Lethal had, da-da-da-da-da, you know, and it's like you just assume. And Jay Lethal, you know, was going to keep the title anyway, so, you know, I guess they already knew that, you know, probably when they booked this out in the first place. But nonetheless, we saw Ring of Honor kick off with both Jay Lethal backstage and Matt Taven. It's announced that they're having their annual Christmas surprise 10-man tag match where the team captains are able to, or, pull presence, and they have names of wrestlers that will be on their team. I kind of like it. It's got that Slamboree. I think it was Slamboree back in WCW, where it's like lethal lottery and stuff. The odd people are teamed up. I've always enjoyed those types of scenarios. So right off the bat, of watching this, I was like, all right, cool. So at least we're guaranteed some amusement from that match there. So back and forth there with the Kingdom and Jay Lethal opening the presents. I thought that was pretty well done this week on Ring of Honor TV, the backstage segments with those. I thought it was pretty fun. Let's see here. So yeah, the opening match though was Madison Rayne and Dr. Britt Baker taking on the Twisted Sisters, Hall of Dead, and Thunder Rosa. This is actually a pretty fun match, especially a nice way to kick off the show. So I would definitely say go out of your way to watch Ring of Honor this week if you guys haven't had the chance here. It was a pretty competitive match. It went 9:45, and the Twisted Sisters ended up getting the win here. That was good. It was a really good match. So, guys, I would definitely recommend going out of your way for that. The show continued with more Lethal and Taven in the background doing their unwrapping. So it's pretty fun. Matt Taven, doing his whole Melvin, calling everybody Melvins and shit. It's like, a South Park fucking thing or whatever. And I thought that was funny. So I really did enjoy that. They had some, they had some ROH in 2018 look back features. We did see the Jeff Cobb defeating Punishment Martinez and capturing the television title. And then there was a big part where Jay Lethal was bummed out because he always gets Cheeseburger on his team. Okay, apparently that's a running gag. He always gets Cheeseburger, and then Caprice Coleman comes in. And he found another package, and he gave it to Lethal, and it was fucking Cheeseburger, and Lethal was all ecstatic. And I like that. I like Caprice Coleman. Not really being very familiar with him prior to like watching Ring of Honor TV. Seeing him, week in, week out now on commentary. I actually really do enjoy his commentary. So I'm a fan of Ring of Honor's announce team. Ian Riccaboni, Cole Cabana, and fucking Caprice Coleman. I think they do a fucking bang up job every week. So, shout out to those guys. If I was giving, considering we're at the end of the year, I would probably just give it to them. Fuck it. I'll just give it to them. With NXT obviously being a very, very close second. If not, on the same page, whatever. I don't fucking know, guys. But all right, so basically, it was the first match, the women's match, and then we just went right into the ring introduction for the main event. So we do see, Taven is introduced to start. Then Brian Malonis was his first partner. He's part of the Beer City Bruisers or whatever. And I like how he walks through the crowd from the bar. Him and Beer City Bruiser were fucking both, when they both entered, came from the bar, and they're all just announced from the bar. Like, I like that shit. I think that's pretty fucking funny. And everybody coming out had some sort of fucking reindeer or some sort of fucking Christmas getup. Jonathan Gresham was introduced as Taven's next partner. Who else was on his team? Beer City Bruiser was on. And then ultimately the final entrant was Marty Scurll, which apparently Marty Scurll is staying on with Ring of Honor. That's something that, we really didn't talk about on Final Battle. I don't think I really went in great detail, but obviously the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, and Hangman Page are all they're finished up with Ring of Honor. We still don't know an official announcement of what is going on, but if you watch if any of you out there that follow wrestling like I do, that you watch Being the Elite every single week, and we saw what happened this past week with basically, it seems like they've told WWE to stick it up their ass, which fucking thank you for doing that, Young Bucks. I as much as I'd want to see, ultimately, you want to see him at some point, but it's like I said with the tag team scene earlier, it's just like, why even fucking bother? Especially if they're gonna do what we all think they're gonna be doing with this, all elite championship wrestling or whatever the hell it's called. I think we're in for some very exciting, a very exciting 2019, in my opinion. I really have a feeling it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. So then Jay Lethal entered. So again, but the one man staying with Ring of Honor is Marty Scurll. He is contracted till next year, which fucking spoiler, they've already put it out there, dude. Fucking Brody King and fucking PCO fucking debuted on Ring of Honor television. I assume that's probably airing this coming weekend. They've already aired it on their Instagram and their fucking YouTube page and shit. They were confronted by Matt Taven because Marty Scurll came out to fucking confront Jay Lethal or talk shit about Jay Lethal and, the world title. So now it's Villain Enterprises is his new gimmick, and since the Elite is no more in Ring of Honor, which good for him, dude. I'm glad to see Scurll. I think Scurll's going to be very heavily featured. And dude, Brody King, I met Brody King, dude. Brody King is a fucking super nice guy. I bought his fucking t-shirt. I will chant Brody fucking King. Brody fucking King, dude. I swear to God, man. And seeing him against fucking Pete Dunne, dude, that was like one of the fucking coolest wrestling experiences I've ever had. Like seeing that match, dude. That whole night, dude. That whole night, dude, was just so fucking. It's just amazing night. The last one, the Defy show that we went to. I apologize for my voice, guys. We're losing it. We got to get through this. All right, so, I'm not going to even try to cover it. This is a 10-man tag. Ultimately, Team Lethal wins here. The match went 15 minutes and 26 seconds, minus the entrances, probably, adding on another 10 minutes there. This is definitely was a really fun match, and I would definitely advise any of you to go out and watch Ring of Honor this week. I think Ring of Honor really did continue, even though coming off the Final Battle pay-per-view, I think they've continued to really step up their game in terms of their television in the last month. So I would definitely recommend going out of your way to watch it between the first opening match and this 10-man tag match here. Let's go ahead and finish it off, guys. Let's finish the week the week of wrestling, guys, with WWE NXT. So this is ultimately built up over Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano facing off in the cage match, which was basically set out a couple weeks back here. So we opened up with the backstory on that. So that's going to be your main event of the night. We kicked off though NXT TV with Dakota Kai and Io Shirai versus Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke. It's cool seeing two of the members of the Four Horsewomen debuting basically on television. I thought they all looked pretty good in the fucking ring. I thought this was a pretty fucking fun match here. Interesting how both Ring of Honor and NXT kick off with two women's tag team matches here. So again, dude, I thought this was a pretty decent match for the most part, and ultimately Shirai and Kai did defeat Shafir and Duke. Again, I thought it was pretty fun. So I would definitely advise to go out and check it out. We did see a backstage virgin. Virgin, why are you saying that? It's like virginity, vagina. I don't know. What words could we start with V? Vignette, motherfucker. For Dominic Dijakovic. And it said next week. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. We finally get to see these guys. We've seen this, a couple times. But apparently they fucked up because that match was next. So we did see the debut of Dominic Dijakovic versus Aaron Mackey. They made some fucking one of the announcers was basically saying how he hates anybody out of his bloodline. I'm like, oh, okay, so he's a fucking Nazi. Fuck this guy, dude. I don't know. He did some impressive, I won't even say impressive, but they went through the formula of the match. This guy's fucking green as fuck. We'll see where it goes. I mean, I don't want to be sit here and he's never gonna be a fucking a big deal or anything. I mean, he used to be in Ring of Honor, so he is. I don't know if he's green as fuck. Then I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if he's been in Ring of Honor, that clearly says something here. But I don't know. Just initially, I wasn't that impressed. I mean, I just wasn't that impressed with the guy. So I guess again, like everything else, man, we're gonna take that wait and see approach here. In a tune-up match, we're gonna see Heavy Machinery versus unnamed competition. So yeah, I guess we that's one thing we didn't mention is that they announced a shit ton of call-ups to the main roster that will be debuting over the next month or so. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we are going to see these guys eventually on the main roster. We're seeing obviously Lars Ulrich, fucking Nikki Cross, Heavy Machinery, EC3, and what's her name, Lacey Evans. So Heavy Machinery, I thought they were just gonna be kind of getting turning a corner a little bit in NXT. I thought they could definitely be used a little bit more on TV, and they were going to be able to get their characters over a little bit more, and they were going to go into a feud with the Undisputed Era because it's promoted next week on NXT TV. They're going to have a tag team title match. Obviously, we know where that's going to go. I mean, I don't see them fucking winning that, considering they're going up to the main roster. But hey, prove me wrong, fucking NXT writing team. We saw Undisputed Era did make their presence known on the entrance, though. And basically, Heavy Machinery just beat the shit out of these two fucking competitors. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we're going to see the match next week. Kind of just backtracking a little bit. But yeah, EC3 is making his way up to the main roster. And Lacey Evans is going up too, man. I was like, all right, okay, cool. So again, we shall see what happens in the next couple weeks there, guys. But yeah, Heavy Machinery beats these guys. We're gonna see the tag match next week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the match though. I love fucking Undisputed Era. Your main event, dude, of NXT TV was the Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano. Now this match was I don't think it was necessarily as good as what they had at Worgan's, obviously with the confines of a fucking steel cage. But I thought they did a really good job, and I thought the match was it was really good. It was really good. Ultimately, we saw what happened was possibly the reformation of DIY. Tommaso Ciampa obviously made his presence known because they have announced that Aleister Black will face Ciampa at NXT Phoenix for the NXT Championship, which I'm greatly looking forward to that. He got in the ring, basically just beat the shit out of fucking Aleister, and then Gargano was pretty much out of the ring at that point, but came back in and they did their double kick to the fucking face. Boom, DIY's back together. Gargano fucking pins fucking Aleister, and we have a fucking winner, guys. So, dude, fucking A, what a great fucking week of wrestling, honestly. Outside of the McMahons coming back, I thought that your Gargano Ciampa segment here was very fun. Ring of Honor TV was really fun this week. Smackdown was a pretty good fucking show. I got to give my match of the week. Oh, man. It's a good question. I would give it between... I really liked the steel cage match. I think your match of the week is Gargano and Aleister Black in the steel cage. But I think a very, very close second is that main event from SmackDown, the AJ Styles, Mustafa Ali taking on Daniel Bryan and fucking Andrade Cien Almas. But yeah, guys, dude, that's the week that was. And dude, definitely go out of your way to fucking check that shit out, guys. So, we got nothing really coming up here. I mean, we're kind of on the back end now. It's Christmas this coming week. So we will be back next week. We are going to review all TV, even though, I don't know, it's not going to be very eventful. So, we may just do a condensed version. We got no pay-per-views really on the horizon. We do have Wrestle Kingdom coming up on January the 4th. So I will be watching that, and I will be posting a post-show podcast for that. Don't know exactly what time of the day that's going to happen, but, we're not even really there yet. It's still a good 14 days away or so. But really looking forward to that. I think next week we probably will run down the card, taking a look at the calendar here. Yeah, because that following Friday will be Wrestle Kingdom. So, we may actually, because we're going to drop an episode that day. So, no, we'll run down the card the week prior, dude. So, we'll talk about New Japan next week. And we'll definitely maybe dive a little bit further into that just because, Raw, everything's going to be just kind of fucking, greasing the fucking monkey or whatever the next couple of weeks just because of the holidays and shit. So, hey, guys, dude, if you're still listening, thank you. I fucking appreciate the shit out of you guys. You guys, I see you guys downloading these episodes, streaming these fucking episodes, and there's not much else I could ask for, dude. Going into 2019 is just, I'm very humbled, and I'm very thankful for the people out there that do take the fucking time to listen to us and shit. And we try to stay positive on this podcast, and not all the time, obviously, because just half the entertainment value is us just talking shit. I mean, I don't know. So I like listening to people talk shit about wrestling. It's just stupid wrestling. Ultimately, it's not our main focus in life or anything like that. But nonetheless, here we are watching professional wrestling week in, week out. So again, we got the Royal Rumble coming up next month. So hopefully shit will start kind of kind of focusing in regards to WrestleMania. I mean, hopefully shit will get a little bit more fucking interesting. And again, I guess we're just ultimately just have to take the wait and see approach in regards to how the main roster will be functioning within the next month or whatever. So, with that being fucking said, guys, I'm Kevin Porter. Dude, very tired, Kevin Porter. It's been a long fucking 2 weeks, and I'm glad we can finally go into some vacation, have some time off, fucking chill, play some video games, watch some movies, and read some fucking books. And most importantly, watch some professional wrestling. All right, guys, I'm getting the fuck out of here. You guys get the fuck out of here. We'll see you next time.